Some games were released so buggy, so broken, and just plain bad that they made people think twice before buying, or even request refunds if they already did. But among them, there are those that today are worth every single penny. Today I'm going to show you 5 games you can now buy without a second thought. Let's find out which ones have turned into true masterpieces. Welcome to Games Insights. And these games went through massive updates, got major improvements, and even new content. On sale? Grab it. There's no excuse not to play now, dude. So, get your cart ready because I'm starting with a classic that became something else entirely after a ton of work. GTA The Trilogy, the definitive edition. When this collection dropped, the hype was through the roof. I mean, bringing back GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, all Rockstar's iconic games with graphic upgrades and quality of life improvements, sounded like a dream, you know. But when it launched in 2021, it was a disaster. Tons of bugs, characters looking weird and distorted, ridiculous errors in the environments like completely messed up signs and textures, and performance issues that even next-gen consoles struggled with. On top of that, the new graphic style caused drama with character models that looked like caricatures totally veering away from the original aesthetic. Things were so bad that the studio hired for the project Grove Street Games got booted from the credits after Rockstar took full control of fixing it. And man, did they put in the work. First off, bug fixes. Thousands of issues were resolved, from broken textures to critical glitches that crashed the game. Then came graphic improvement. Visuals were adjusted to better respect the original vibe, including nostalgic filters like San Andreas' signature orange hue. Lighting and reflections were optimized too, especially in Vice City, which now looks stunning with its neon-lit cityscapes. And new gameplay features, you can now run and shoot in Vice City and GTA 3, something that was only possible in mods or unofficial versions before. The performance has also been beefed up across all platforms. On PC, which had the roughest time at launch, the game now runs smoothly. Even the mobile version, available to Netflix subscribers, delivers a decent experience. This collection finally became what it promised to be, the definitive version of these classics. It's often on sale, and today it's absolutely worth adding to your collection. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. When Jedi Survivor was announced, Star Wars fans were hyped out of their minds. The game promised to expand on everything Fallen Order did right, but when it launched, it was a total letdown. On PC, it was nearly unplayable. Crashes, bugs, insane FPS drops, and no optimization made it a disappointment for many. Even on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, where the hardware is way more powerful, it had major performance issues, especially in open areas. But over time, the game got fixed and became a pleasant surprise. Respawn released a series of patches that improved performance and squashed the bugs. On top of that, the game got versions for PS4 and Xbox One, a feat that seemed impossible, considering the problems it had even on high-end platforms. Now Jedi Survivor delivers on its promises, jaw-dropping graphics with environments that blend nature and technology beautifully, a combat system that's one of the best in the Star Wars franchise, and a gripping narrative that respects the saga's canon. The game mixes RPG and action elements with clever puzzles and challenging bosses, creating a complete experience. If you're into Star Wars or just appreciate well-made games, now's the perfect time to play. Dying Light 2. Man, this one was rough. Dying Light 2 was one of the most anticipated games of 2022, but when it came out, it left many fans of the first game, including me, super frustrated. The sequel seemed to lose the magic that made the original such a hit. The combat felt less impactful. The parkour wasn't as fluid, and the open world lacked the same immersive vibe. On top of that, there were technical issues like bugs, dumb AI, and unstable performance. But Techland didn't give up. Since launch, the game has received dozens of updates that completely transformed the experience. Improved physics, weapon impacts, and attacks were tweaked to bring back that visceral feel from the first game. Better parkour movement through the world is now smoother and more responsive, making chases and escapes way more thrilling. Bug fixes, tons of technical problems have been ironed out, making the game stable on all platforms. Additional content, new missions, expansions, events, and even redesigns of certain areas were added. Now Dying Light 2 is a solid and fun experience that honors the original's legacy. I recently went back to it, and let me tell you, the game's on point. If you were on the fence, don't worry anymore. It's worth every cent. No Man's Sky. Man, No Man's Sky was sad, you know? Back in 2016, it was just an empty promise. The marketing hyped up an infinite universe, epic multiplayer, and total freedom. But when it launched, reality hit hard. Bugs, crashes, May graphics, and a limited experience. Multiplayer didn't even exist, bro. But Hello Games didn't throw in the towel over 8 years. Yeah, you heard that right, 8 freaking years. They kept dropping update after update, improvement after improvement, and today, No Man's Sky is one of the biggest comeback stories in gaming history. Now the game truly feels infinite. Planet exploration. Each planet has unique traits, ecosystems, and resources to discover. Full-on multiplayer. You can play with friends or join servers packed with other players. Building and customization, massive bases, personalized ships, and even fleets are part of the game now. Amazing graphics. The visuals have been massively upgraded, making the experience even more immersive. On top of all that, the game continues to get free expansions that add new biomes, missions, and mechanics. No Man's Sky is the perfect example of how a game can turn things around and exceed expectations. Today, it's the game it was supposed to be back then. And honestly, it could have competed for Game of the Year in 2016. Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk, along with Assassin's Creed Unity, is without a doubt one of the most controversial game launches in history. The game came with tons of promises and hype, but when it dropped in 2020, it was a mess. The PS4 and Xbox One versions were nearly unplayable, with bugs ranging from floating characters to constant crashes. On PC, things were better, but still far from ideal. The backlash was so massive that CD Projekt Red took a huge hit to its reputation. And that hit stung even more because it was CD Projekt, the company behind The Witcher 3, and now The Witcher 4. People expect flops from Ubisoft or EA, but not from them. It's now clear that the pressure on CD Projekt from deadlines to investors was a big part of the problem. Today's Cyberpunk is almost unrecognizable compared to its launch state. The current version, especially on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, is polished and packed with new features. Complete rebalance, combat is now more dynamic and strategic. New police system gone are the days of cops magically spawning out of nowhere like in GTA San Andreas. Now it's realistic with intense and challenging chases, enhanced graphics. Night City looks absolutely stunning with details that make exploration deeply immersive. And the Phantom Liberty expansion. In addition to improvements, the game got this incredible expansion with new stories, characters, and content. If it had launched in this state in 2020, it would have been a Game of the Year contender. But then again, The Last of Us Part 2 happened, so tough call. Still, Cyberpunk is practically a must-play for open-world RPG fans now. Did you like the list? Then I gotta ask you for a favor. Subscribe to the channel. We're a new channel, just starting out, and we don't have anyone backing us up. So, hit that subscribe button. It's quick and free, and it'll motivate me a ton to keep making content for you. Because this channel, it's all about you. Thanks a lot for your support, and see you later, alligator.